Hey everybody, Real Comic Stacks, and today we're checking out The Amazing Spider-Man number 14. So let's get ready to go. Hey, but before we get started, take a minute and go down if you haven't already and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the content we're putting out on this channel, guys. Thanks. So getting into The Amazing Spider-Man number 14, this is Nick Spencer's run, and overall I've not been disappointed by it. It's had its moments where I really enjoyed it, and it's had its moments where I kind of was like, man, this is Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't really like the part with the Thieves Guild, but besides that, it's been okay up until this point. And this issue is kind of one of those issues where it encapsulates the problem I have with this book, and honestly, I guess with Marvel at the moment. The book starts with Arcade. And Arcade was involved in an earlier issue where he was involved with the son of the big man who was trying to get revenge on Spider-Man and nearly killed Jonah Jameson in the process. But Arcade's being approached by Kraven the Hunter. And in case you've been wondering what Kraven's up to, he has been going around and collecting all of the, I don't want to say freaks, but all of the beast type villains in the Spider-Man universe. And he's been using the Taskmaster and Black Ant to capture these guys. But what Kraven is asking for here is for Arcade to build him something, but it really doesn't say what yet. From there we go to the Lizard, and the Lizard storyline is really kind of strange and has a lot of older tie-ins. But the bottom line is basically he has a family of individuals who have also had to be injected with the same thing that made him the Lizard, and they're having basically problems from it. One of their sons he wants to be in school. He wants to be a regular kid, and yeah, it's completely understandable. But you can tell that the Lizard is afraid of what he might do, that he may be a monster, just like he considers himself to some degree. And and the Lizard currently has an inhibitor chip. He's unable to basically lash out. From there we go to Aunt May, and she's meeting with Jameson's financial advisor. Now, he's passed away. She's dealing with the grief, and basically he tells her, A, you're broke, and then he tries to hit on her. And Aunt May ain't having it. She throws the glass of wine in his face, and she stomps off. She's leaving when she notices somebody being mugged. From there, she approaches them, and they basically tell her to beat it, and she whips out this. And it's actually a device devised by Peter, and it's just a hologram that pops up and scares him off. Well, she takes this guy, this homeless guy, and takes him inside and says, hey, this is my guest, and the guy, my accountant over there, he'll be paying for the meal. You find out through the discussion that he was a journalist and basically fell on some hard times. Unfortunately, that's about as far as the conversation gets when suddenly they hear a rumbling and the Rhino burst into the restaurant. And while this is pretty common, it seems, in New York, what makes it uncommon is the fact that the Black Ant and Taskmaster are after him, trying to hunt him down. Now, Aunt May can't leave well enough alone and decides to get a little salty, but fortunately for Spider-Man, shows up just in time and webs up the Taskmaster and the Black Ant. Now, this is only enough to slow these two down while Peter Parker talks to the Rhino, trying to figure out what's going on, why the Rhino is suddenly on a tear through town. And we actually find out that, yeah, the Rhino's gone straight. He's doing the right stuff. He may have robbed a bank with Boomerang the other day, but mostly he's been doing the right thing. In fact, he's actually on the run from Taskmaster and Black Ant because they've been hunting him for the last few days. And after finding that out, we get what is actually a very entertaining Marvel team up with Spider-Man and the Rhino. Back to the Taskmaster. The Taskmaster has done his homework, and he's doing what the Taskmaster used to do all the time, and that he's learned his opponent, and he is actually giving Spider-Man a run for his money this time. And while Taskmaster's handling his business with Spider-Man, the Black Ant is being a lot less successful on the Rhino. But that's not going to stop him, because he will simply overcompensate. Because if he's a little man, he can use a really big gun. And he does. And in the process of doing so, he blasts the Rhino, takes off part of his horn, and right behind him when it happens is Aunt May. And all Peter Parker could do is look on and scream, "No!" And from there, we're left hanging until the next issue to see what happened to Aunt May. So like I've said earlier, for the most part, I've really loved this run. I think Nick Spencer's done a decent job with Amazing Spider-Man. I'm glad that Mary Jane is back with Peter Parker. And the storylines have felt really good so far, except for the stuff with the Thieves Guild, where it seemed like they were just magical. But besides that, I've enjoyed it. I enjoy that they're leading to something with Kraven the Hunter, and I like what they've done with Jonah Jameson so far. But what I don't like, really, is the art in this issue right here. I don't know what's going on in this shot right here of Peter Parker, but he looks horrible. I don't know what was going on in the lizard scenes. They don't look good. I get they're trying to make them look different, but they don't look up to Amazing Spider-Man standards, in my opinion. And since I'm piling on the artist right here, I might as well call out that he was also the colorist on this. And this shot with Kraven, I didn't like it. I mean, it doesn't look good at all. There's no pop. The white there on Kraven's on the fur on the lion should pop there, and instead it's just blended in, and I didn't like it. Overall, though, I really enjoyed the book. I just wish that they would. I hope this isn't a trend. I hope we're not going to see the art in Amazing Spider-Man take a big dip, because I'm enjoying it. I don't want to be negative about Amazing Spider-Man. I love Amazing Spider-Man, but they got to do better than this on the art, just moving forward. So next issue, Amazing Spider-Man 15. I guess we're going to find out what happened to Aunt May, guys, and I'll check it out as soon as I get it in my hands. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you're subscribed, leave a like, and by all means share this. Everything that you do, from leaving a comment to sharing the link to subscribing, of course, all of it helps the channel, and I sincerely appreciate it. And we've grown quite a bit this month, and hopefully we'll continue to do so. And guys, I really do appreciate everyone's support that takes the time to listen to and watch these videos. Guys, that's all I got, though. Hey, Real Comic Stacks, out!